This is a Headgum podcast.
No rap!
We can discuss, give me your truth, it never fails.
What's going on, y'all? It's another brand new episode of Keepin Rel with
Young Wayne.
That's right, man. And we are here today. Like, today could be a kind of light day in a good way. Like, light, I mean, as far as like happiness.
Okay.
We was in Chicago recently because I got a chance to do something that I've always dreamed of doing. And that's throwing out the first pitch at the Chicago Cubs.
Yep, you
and
sure
do
did.
7-inning stretch.
Yep.
Wayne was there with me, man.
Yep.
It was actually one of the most special moments I've ever. It was actually kind of surreal, even when I think about it now. Just because I'm a huge Cubs fan, became a Cubs fan because of my grandfather, which my grandfather's tripped out because he really was a White Sox fan. But we watched the Cubs play every single day in the summertime. That's how we started watching the Cubs play.
Was it Ernie Banks?
No, it was like Andre Dawson, Ryan Sandberg. Nigga, how old do you think I am? Nigga, talking about Ernie
I
Banks.
thought you at least 62 by now.
Man, fuck you, Wayne. Oh, Ernie Banks. Like, yeah, you mean Jackie Robinson in them? Like, no. No, you know, Andre Dawson, Ryan Sandberg, Mark Grace, those teams. And that's what got me and my brothers to start playing baseball is the summers. Like, for me, every time I think about the summertime around that age time it was baseball and basketball. Basketball ended up taking over. But baseball for like 2 summers straight was like our thing. Like, our first baseball bat was a random stick we found in the alley that was shaped like a bat.
That's some West Side shit.
I don't even know why it was shaped like it was shaped like a bat. It was like a random stick. I don't know how you find a stick.
Hey, Matt, look.
It wasn't even a bat. It just was literally shaped like a bat.
And what was y'all hitting?
We was hitting the baseball. We found a ball. This is so crazy. This is I'll tell you how I really grew up in the ghetto.
Okay.
Okay, because we stayed with our grandparents those first 18 years. And it was an alley. And it was a field just full of shit. It was a field that, like right now, if you go to my grandparents' house, it's a huge condo building there. But for years, it was just a field. It was like a field that was like dangerous. Like people would go in there like, man, don't go in that field. You're going to get fucked up. And like, you know,
Glass,
like, there's crack pipes in here, all type of shit. It was like for real.
I'm sure.
That's when we found the baseball at. We found
in the place y'all wasn't supposed to go into.
Right? Now, what happened was, my dad saw that we loved baseball. So the first gloves he bought us was the Velcro ones.
Oh, okay.
Where the ball could like Velcro to the things and we all have Velcro.
Make it sound like y'all was really catching the ball.
We only had 2. So we had like 2 people be on, playing offense, 2 people, and we had to share the gloves with like Nicholas Grissett.
Okay. Nicholas Grissett.
Nicholas Grissett was our next door neighbor kid. Like we'll just yell at his window. To this day, I think all the kids, it was 8 of them. I think they all slept in one room. So like, Nick, they like, hey man, we trying to sleep. Go out there with them little niggas. Like, you know what I mean? So we picked Nicholas up. He'll come play with us. You know, he'll always be he'll usually be on, it'll be me and Matt most of the time and Mark and Nicholas. Or sometimes we'll switch it up.
Right.
And we got really good at it. And my dad we was like, no, we need a real baseball. So we got real gloves, real baseball. And I mean, a couple of dangerous things happened a couple of times. Like one of us lost the bat and somebody got hit in the head. I think Mark got hit in the head, but he had a nut. Man, that was crazy. It was like a fence. We made our own baseball field, so we had to hack the weeds.
Y'all hacked the weeds yourselves?
Dude, we created a full court in the alley. We bought the crates, got the nails, and the nails was the nails we found in the alley.
Bruh.
We was just very fucking
dangerous.
No, nigga, resources.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Resources. It was like whatever your resources was, because my parents didn't want us going too far with anything. Even the way we rode our bikes was around. We had a pathway that would go through the cars and through the alley and come right back around.
Wow. You really lived.
Dude, and I did it every day and I was happy.
That's dope.
And we played ball and baseball and basketball for hours. So anyway, fast forwarded to me, and Wayne, you don't want to hook that up because
Yep. Julian.
He's what is he over there at the Cubs?
VP of something.
He VP. He important.
Yeah.
Because when he gave us that speech in the
suite.
The suite.
On the suite.
He's like, all right, y'all, listen up. I'm like, damn.
Right, he changed that tone.
He was nice, and then he got like very aggressive.
But remember, like the doors closed and everything, and I was like, "What y'all about to do? We chilling," and it just changed.
We was in the president's suite.
Yeah.
And so he basically was like, look, y'all niggas don't fuck this place.
He
don't
definitely
mess this
said
place
that.
up now. I know it's a good time and everything. But no, it was.
Then he told us where he was from and all that. He started running down his credentials.
I respected it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like with me, I'm a real baseball fan. So like people was like playing around and shit. I'm like, hey, me and Matt trying to watch this game. Fam.
This is why I was laughing because we were on the field and you were just like, yo, what the man? Everybody kept like coming up to you trying to get pictures and this, that, and the third. You was like, man, I'm really just trying to take this all in. So that's why at the beginning of the episode I laughed because I'm like, yeah, you was kind of bothered, but it was still like,
yeah, because people kept like, I'm literally trying to take. First of all, this is a childhood dream of mine.
right.
As watching, I've been to the first time I've been to Wrigley Field, my mom took us there. And at the time she go to the floor, the bleacher seats, which don't ever have the kids sit the bleacher seats. It's a lot of ignorant ass cat calling and shit. That was the first time I ever saw that shit. When I was a little kid, they like, ooh, look at you, baby. I'm like, Mama, why they saying that to that lady? It was like, it was craziness. They was all drunk and just having a good time, whatever. Talking shit. Yeah. They was yelling, ah. So just all those experiences. And like, so me and Matt both, out of just not even no plan, both touched the field. As soon as we get out there, we touched the grass, like ran our hands through the grass. Wow. And it was just like, oh shit, it just felt like little kids. Like, damn, we at Wrigley Field, 2 black kids from the west side of Chicago. And I'm about to throw out the first pitch. Which was another thing. Most people don't bring their own glove to do that. I did.
Yeah, you had a glove and a ball,
I had a glove and my own goddamn ball.
I was like, what this guy do?
They was like, ain't nobody ever did that before. Like, nobody else had a glove.
No.
Or their own ball. They're like, what, you been practicing? Like, no, motherfucker, I play baseball. And I threw that shit right down the pike.
Okay.
Perfectly thrown pitch. Perfectly. Like, one of the greatest first pitches of all time.
All right, now. Where's the video?
It really is.
Where's the video?
We'll find it. But it's one of the greatest first pitches of all time.
Okay.
And, but the next level was me doing a 7-inning stretch.
Oh, that was crazy.
That was absurd.
Now you did that perfectly. That was like, man, I was like, this dude. They was like, do you want the words? Maybe they was like, do you want the words?
I said, I don't need the words, lady. It's like, you want to rehearse? Like, nigga, no. You understand? I've been singing this shit. I'm 43 years old, so probably like 35 years.
Yeah.
And I tried to do my Harry Carey voice, but I got too excited, so I ended up sounding like DMX. It was kind of weird and shit. But it was all good. It was still funny. And it was crazy. I didn't realize that game was on Peacock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like a thing. I'm like, oh shit, this is all over. It's all over.
The energy in the whole place just turned up too. Like everybody, it was just different. That was the moment of all moments.
That was one of the craziest moments of my career.
You hit him with the "Let me hear ya."
Let me hear ya.
Yeah, I was like, you really studied this Harry Carey.
I mean, it really ranks up there because the only other person I saw do that, and I was like, yo, I can't wait till I do that, was Bernie Mac. And I was like, oh shit. As a Chicago comic, black comic actually, I think it's only been, maybe Hannibal did it. Probably, I don't know. But right now, I'm claiming that me and Bernie the only 2 niggas.
Okay. They gonna see this podcast. You got DMs full of videos.
Yeah, it wasn't just you. It was this other cat. Yeah, but I'm talking about like,
no.
Yeah.
No.
Us. You know what I mean? Shibbity-dubba.
This dude here, man.
But it was a special moment. I almost wore the jersey today. I almost brought it.
Wow.
I made one of these episodes, you may see it. My little Rel Cubs jersey.
Yeah, mine ain't even here, so I won't be wearing mine. I got one too. You were shocked.
Yeah. Fuck, I get Wayne the jersey.
Young Wayne 00. The young Wayne was too much on the back.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It was too long. It was going like this. So when I throw my first pitch and my 7th inning stretch, and soon
you go get it, Wayne.
And I'm gonna get his Wayne on the back.
It's gonna happen for you.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Like a lot of things.
It really is. No. I really believe it. I'm not even lying. Yeah,
it's gonna happen. I just gotta speak it like that, you know.
But ain't that crazy too? Because I never hung out in Wrigleyville until that weekend. I guess the day before. Yo, it's like white Mardi Gras. Like
white Mardi Gras.
Like for real. Like Wrigleyville. I've lived there my whole life. I've never. It was people drinking on the street. It was like it's a part of Chicago I didn't even know existed. Like what the fuck? So y'all can just walk around getting fucked up and nobody bothering you?
Yeah, it looked different.
It was crazy. It was like little fights and shit. Nothing shut down.
Nobody cares. It's just a part. It
was wild.
Part of the community.
I was like, is this a special? Like it's Juneteenth weekend like this all the time? Like no, it's every Cubs game. Every Cubs home game. It was crazy. Me and Danella had so much fucking fun.
Even though the game started at noon, it still tripped me out that people was out at 10 in the morning
Dude,
drinking.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
I don't think them people went to sleep. I think them people stayed.
Dude, they be up for hours. Like at bars, it's all the bars of this. You just fucking just kicking it around.
What time can you legally start serving drinks?
At Wrigleyville, probably 7 a.m.
That's crazy.
Because if it's say the game start at 10. Niggas in there having fucking bacon, eggs, and fucking Hennessy.
Not Hennessy. What they drinking up there?
It was crazy.
Nah, it was incredible. It was a beautiful day. It was just perfect. It was
a perfect
great
day for baseball. It was just so much fun. And, my brother Matt got a chance to speak. Like, Matt was so excited. Like, yo, like, when I get off from doing the 7-inch stretch, my brother Matt, he was just like, yo, you just did. I like, when the way, if you would have saw his face, we locked eyes, like, and I don't have moments like that all the time. Some of my moments I don't get a chance to experience with my family. And so, like, he was like, yo, you just did the, I like, nigga. Did I just do that with the organ and shit and everything? It's the same organ.
Man, sure is.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Even when I think about it, it's one of the most surreal moments of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a bunch of those. Like, what, you got any surreal moments?
In my life.
So far. I ain't gonna ask you
Besides the project I'm working on now that I can't talk about yet, but no, I mean, hosting McDonald's All-American, not really, but it's still dope. Like, I'm inside the United Center, and I'm in my city, it's 20,000 people, and I'm hosting, and I was still kind of new, right? But the opportunity came, and I was ready, and I got invited to do it again. But yeah, McDonald's All-American game. Jalen Rose, Jay Williams there, and like, Wayne, you killed it. So I'm in Chicago, I'm at home, United Center. That was insane. Seeing my name on when you turn the volume up. That probably was my first moment.
That's dope.
Second one, the McDonald's commercial. That was incredible too. For sure. While I'm able to host, being in the commercial, MC, doing my thing. In LA, they flew me first class, my first ever first class flight back then. But yeah, those are my surreal moments so far.
Well, it's so interesting because I guess people take work stuff as surreal stuff. For me, it's been so many little moments. When I was Grand Marshal of the Bud Billiken Parade, that was a big deal to me because my family was all on the float with me.
Oh, wow.
We talking about watching the Bud Billiken Parade since I was a little kid, and I'm like the Grand Marshal. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of crazy to me. It was crazy. We had to get my aunt on the float. Shout out to everybody that helped us do that. It was like, you sure you want to get over here? Like, we had to like get her on the float. Like, it was like, damn, we got to get off the float.
So she got on there though.
There was a lot going on. But shout out to Anna. It was fun. And let's see, who else? That, for me, it kept I've had so many of these small moments because I love things so much. Like, I think about my first time doing BET's Comic View. Which it's weird I'm bringing up that goddamn show. But the first year I went was in New Orleans. And I'm like a person who watched every episode, everything. One of my favorite comedians at the time, and this is my friend, I'm saying at the time, he's still one of my favorite comedians, but he's like, at that time, I was like a huge Rob Stapleton fan from New York City. He's one of the kings of comedy in New York, Rob Stapleton. Man, he did 2 bits that's one of the craziest. He did this joke about Tyrone Hill being the ugliest nigga in the NBA.
God, dog.
And it's one of the funniest bits I've ever heard in my life. He's like, Tyrone, he's like, are you smiling? I am smiling.
God, dog.
He did this shit about the club, and like the nigga that's scared, that's so cheap, everything is a big deal. Like, how much it costs in the club? $8. $8? Oh, these niggas talking about $8. Like,
I remember that joke.
Him doing sell can sell. Like, he's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
So anyway, I see him at Comic View. I didn't know how to speak to this nigga, so I followed him around for about an hour in New Orleans. This is a true story. To the point where this nigga, because I just saw a video. Kev on stage just did a video about this, about like, like if you black people, I think all black people do this. Like, if we walking somewhere and somebody like walking with you too long, you turn around and be like, hey man, go ahead.
Man, just go ahead, man. Go on.
Hey man, go ahead. I know I do that all the time. Like, if it's too long,
Yeah.
I actually do that with cars. If I'm driving, nigga follow me too long, like, no, you go around, nigga. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And so Rob turned around like, hey man, what's up, man? Are you following me? I was like, yeah. He's like, why you following? I'm like, man, you my favorite comedian. He said, you on the same goddamn show. I was like, I know, man, but I'm like a huge.
That's
and so I
hilarious.
started doing his jokes back to me. And to this day, we got a joke we do just for us. Where Dion Cole's manager, Kirsten Ames, and we do a joke about her calling me like, yeah, Rel, could you leave Rob alone? He's scared of you. You're still following. Like, it's just a funny inside joke. But I literally followed this man. He really is when he snapped. We got the Popeyes. He's like, man, and I ain't had no money at the time. Oh, you want some Popeyes? Like, yeah, I'll take some.
I'll take some.
I ain't got no money, man. I'm broke. But that made that experience surreal for me because my first time in New Orleans, I didn't have any money. For real, my mother, she gave me money for my hotel and stuff. D-Ray bought my flight. That's when Comic View ain't pay nobody. And it was just a surreal time. I had and once again, it kept being all these small moments of, like even when Sid the Entertainer called me Young Gun of Comedy, I put that on all my cards at some point.
The Young Gun of Comedy?
Because he saw me perform at Riddles when they were shooting Barbershop, and I had a great set. And I get off stage, I go outside Riddles and just chilling. Sid was leaving to get in his limo. That's when limos still existed.
His limo.
He had his limousine out there.
Wow.
Limousine.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like, Young Gun! Well, you funny, man. Get my manager your information, man. I don't know if he really even cared at the time, but I did.
Yeah.
And but he called me Young Gun of Comedy, and I put that on all my cards for like 2 years straight. Lil Rel, Young Gun of Comedy. And that was a moment. Like, I kept having moments on the stage in front of certain people, and I got compliments. I mean, Philadelphia, Charlie Mack. Charlie saw me, I think, at the Comedy Store, maybe, or Jamie Foxx, something he saw me at. And he flew me to Philly for whatever weekend he do out there. And Will Smith was speaking, and I was a part of the celebrity group, and I wasn't a celebrity. That's when me and Kyla Pratt met for the first time, actually. That's how we became friends. So weirdly enough, 6 of us became cool. And we hung out the whole night. It was like, that could be a movie about me, Kyla Pratt, Lil Mama, Kylan's lover. I don't know what they call each other. They're not married, but they together. Who else was there? Was Knowledge there? Maybe Knowledge was. Yeah, it was just a random, it was somebody else there, dude. I can't remember right now. But we all hung out.
Random 6.
Dude, Lil Mama at that time was really popular, so we was going into like the craziest bars, and she was like pouring it. She was dancing on the bar, and people was going crazy.
That was before the stage?
Maybe around the same time. It's like, you do just some crazy shit would go on. You know what I mean? And so we all was there, Philly, and they had a comedy show. And I'm just it's so far I'm just meeting celebrities. And Faison saw me before. Faison, man, you funny, man. I'm telling everybody you funny. That was actually too where I met Meek Mill for the first time.
Wow.
And that's when he had them fucking thick ass braids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just looked like a young dude. He was with a bunch of young niggas. They all had on white tees. And Charlie Mack was like, he's gonna be
Yeah.
Meek gonna be a superstar. Meek. He gonna be a superstar.
Yeah, he was managing him first.
Man.
I think he managed everybody come out of Philly.
Dude, he had everybody.
Yeah.
And so like, I was a little nervous about Meek. Because that's the time, Meek nicer now. He smiles more. But at that time, it was just like, God damn, all these mean ass Philly niggas.
Hey.
That went on for years, actually. It kind of scared me a little bit. I ain't scared of a lot of niggas, but at that time, Meek Mill and his crew, they just look like they just wanted to hurt you. You know, so I was like, all right, you know. But anyway, he was cool. And I actually remember that too, because I remember we was eating food at the club, and they was taking a long time with the food. And APR Crocker ordered some wings, and Faison tried to get one of his wings right. I love APR. That's my brother too. Faison was like, man, we don't give a fuck about your goddamn wings. And APR like, no, hell no. These my wings. Ain't nobody getting none. I said, nigga, I'll buy you ain't no goddamn wings. This was Faison said.
He said, I'll buy you ain't
He
no
put
wings.
out all his money. Because APR was a little funny after with the wings. I don't know why he was. This is my money. It's like, oh, all right, nigga. And Faison gave him shit the whole rest of the night. This nigga talking about his goddamn wings. Broke ass nigga. Faison, Faison don't give a fuck. I'm like, damn, nigga, why you talking shit about APR? But it was the funniest shit about them damn wings. He's like, these my motherfucking wings. Faison was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about your wings. Nigga, I'm rich. I buy every wing in this bitch.
And that was way back then,
some fat
too.
nigga shit to say that I'll buy every wing in this bitch. I'm like, why, nigga? And so so then Charlie put me on the show. And what made that a surreal moment because everybody was in that crowd. You talking about Will, we talking about Terry Crews, Tisha Campbell. Cause we spoke to some kids too, and I learned a lot about everybody. It was star-studded. He had everybody fly to Philly.
Wow.
And I went crazy on stage.
Mm.
And Charlie pulled me in Knowledge to the side like, hey, Knowledge, Real, you a star. Real, you a star. If nobody ever said that to you, you gonna be a superstar. What? You gonna be a star. Remember Charlie Mack said that. Charlie Mack told you you a star. And I'm like, all right, nigga. No, I'm telling you. You gonna be, all right, what? You gonna be a star. And it was funny, I remember seeing Charlie again after something. I booked something. He's like, what'd I tell you, nigga? I told everybody. Real's a star. Real's a star. He's a star. He's a star among stars. All big name comers on the show. You went up there and you destroyed it. I'm like, and you know something, and that's why I've always told people to be ready for the moments. I've had some moments, man, where I went on that stage and just fucking blacked out when I needed to. I mean, once again, we all have surreal moments. I mean, shit, Wayne, you've been around me for a couple of surreal moments.
A long time. The moments. Yeah, I'm just thinking about now, you saying all this, right? It's some people that literally don't know you did stand-up at all, right? So then they just think you came up, maybe you met a couple people, you got on Get Out, you know what I'm saying, and that was it. And just you telling these stories, people were like, really?
Yeah.
You was doing comedy in front of Will Smith and Terry Crews and them long time ago, right?
I mean, even at the Comedy Store. I got in a Comedy Store because of Guy Torrey, and I met him in St. Louis. I used to headline a club. That was like one of the first spots that booked me as a headliner. Was this club? I forgot what it was called. My man Terrence, who was Guy's partner when Guy used to do Tripping on Tuesdays.
Okay.
I forgot what it was called. Maybe that's what it was. Something on Tuesdays. There was so many names to that shit. They just had a documentary on it. Fat Tuesday, sorry.
Fat Tuesday.
Tripping on Tuesdays was Chris shit when he did his. So it was Fat Tuesdays first.
Okay.
And yeah, he saw me. I think I might have hosted or featured for him that night though. He was headlining. He's like, man, you funny, man. I was like, I want to get up in LA. He's like, okay, cool, I'll make a call. I think I was going out there for something else. And this is how everything works. God works everything out. It's crazy. I'm out in LA I think I was showcasing something that wasn't even that great. But then I got a spot at the Comedy Store that night. And Robbie Reed was there and all these different people. And I went up there for like the new faces part of it. Destroyed that bitch.
Good.
Like, they was like, you can't go up early like this again. No, for real. It was like, you can't go early up no more. Like, we don't know you like that, but nigga, you can't come back here and go before everybody else doing this type of shit. You got to be on the main show.
Yeah.
And, man, but then I got a meeting with Robbie Reed. And this is the crazy part. Some of these meetings weren't even about them giving me anything. All they did was tell me who I am. They only confirmed who I am.
Right.
I sat with Robbie Reed when she was casting at BT. She's still at BT. And she was like, you know, I found Jamie and, people like Robert Harris. Like, that was, Robbie Reed was casting The Living Color. Like, she was that person. She still is to this day. She's a jewel. Hopefully one day we honor her, to be honest with you, because she found so many talented people. And I sat in her office and she said, let me say this to you. I saw all those guys. You have it. Like, you have it. Like, you're going to be. And when I even think about that now, I wonder, I have to believe they really had to see that shit. Like, did they, because it was so clear. And I'm like, young. This ain't like me booking a bunch of shit, real. Right. It's like just hitting the stages and being good.
And they really had nothing for you. They just wanted to have that conversation
with you. Like, hey, man, you're that guy. And it was so many people that kept stamping that type of shit. And I'd be like, I think about it now a lot, like, damn, did they really? Because I'll see somebody again. Like, I did Bill Bellamy's podcast, and that was another surreal moment because, once again, when I did Who Got Jokes, it was just me rocking Chicago. And Bill will bring us some shit like, I mean, when you lost, I lost him. What's funny? I lost to Ron G.
Okay.
And, I don't know. To that day, I still feel like I got cheated, but it is what it is. Punk ass judges. But Bill knew how mad I was about that shit. And we was at like a little after thing afterwards. And I was like mad to the point like, man, it's bullshit. He's like, Rel, you gonna be, Bill used to laugh at me when I used to get mad. That's why I think about my little younger energy, man. Like, man, this bullshit. Because everybody make my voice sound like that when they talk about young me. Like, man, what the fuck, man? And Bill was like, come on, yo, you got this, yo. But to me, that was surreal because I used to watch How to Be a Player damn near every fucking day in high school. That and Boomerang. Those was like my two favorite movies.
Because you was trying to figure out how to be a player.
I thought because they looked cool. Niggas was just cool and funny. And that's what was like the image in my head of like, that's how I want to be. I want to be cool and funny and shit. So Bill Bellamy and fucking Marcus Graham, which is so funny. It was about Eddie Murphy's character in Boomerang. Bill Bellamy, How to Be a Player, I just thought that was Bill Bellamy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is just who he is. So like, when I got a chance to be friends with Bill, it was, and I sometimes I don't believe people be thinking I be like, for real, be telling like, no, dude, like I'm actually like in shock that I know you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And when me and Knowledge used to come to LA, and if we couldn't get to a club, if I called Bill, he'll just pull up, get us in, and leave. Yo, I'll be right. You can tell to somebody, I'll be right back. Let me get Rel in this club real quick. All right. Like, you already had this cool outfit on? Yeah, I was mowing the grass. God damn.
Bill Bellamy just a smooth cat.
But he was nice. But he was once again, he was one of those guys that was like, hey, man, you have it, Rel. Like whatever. Like I ain't never seen nobody like you before. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You see comics all the time. And then like, I think about the Ollie Leroys and, Nefertiti Spencer, who, one of my good friends, actress, writer. She was the first black head writer on, I think, the BET Awards. Black woman, head writer. And I saw her at a movie that me and Judah was having our daddy-son day, and out here in LA, was going to the movie. That's how me and Neff met. And I was like, she was like, you little Rel? I'm like, yeah, I'm a big fan of your work. I used to be Bernie Mac's assistant. Yeah, Neff was Bernie's assistant.
Oh.
That's crazy, right? And she's like, you remind me so much of him. I know we never met before, but I've seen your comedy, and every time I watch you remind me of Bernie. And I remember Neff was on a date, and that nigga looked mad as shit, because we was talking for like 15 minutes. Nigga was like this. Yeah, I think the movie about to start. I think the movie about to start because he wasn't close. He said it louder the second time. And I was like, you good? She was like, yeah. And that's after I got to know Neff, I know her faces now, and she's like, yeah. And me and Judah went to, go watch our movie. And we stayed in touch and that's how we became friends, actually. But she was just like, you remind me of Bernie. Like, it ain't that you sound like him. You have this, and I've heard that before from other people that's been around Bernie. Even when I got to know, Bernie's daughter, it was one of the things was like, hey, and at some point I started calling her, calling Janice for advice.
Shout out Janice.
Shout out to Janice, who's just as funny as her father.
Janice is hilarious.
She's so funny. But she was, became a very big help to me in navigating jealousy and all that stuff. It was stuff I was going through, especially, Chicago years, where it was tough. Because at some point, if niggas admit to it or not, I became that guy there. Like, and I aggressively made that a point.
Who could not agree with that? I mean, I'm sure there's somebody that
comics can.
But that's crazy though.
But Wayne, you looking
did
at
everything.
But Wayne, that's what I'm saying. Before that, we just talking about Chicago.
You did everything in Chicago, outside of Chicago.
Dude, What They Do Wednesday was crazy. Like, I had one of the only shows that had an official after party every single week.
It was, you sold out. We could have did 3 shows. I know you did 2 with ease. Could have been 3 in a night.
We did 1 at night. On Wednesdays, it was just 1.
It was few you did 2. It was Saturdays probably.
Yeah, when I did weekends, I started hosting that.
Right.
But What They Do Wednesday
one night, yeah,
was lying around the corner every week for almost 5 years straight. To the point niggas was buying bottles. Like when I started, I had these dope dealers from out west start coming out, and they became like real comedian fans. Like at first they was ignorant as shit. They be talking loud. I had to roast these niggas. And then to the point they would get mad at people they brought. Like, hey, he trying to do his set. I later heard one nigga say, "Bitch, get out of here!" Like
they turned too much. They turned into security.
Like, not even just security. Like they became real comedy fans. To this day, them cats are like comedy like gurus now. But it was like I learned how to like. I used to like groom my crowds, you know, and even those moments, it was moments of jokes and notes where I wasn't supposed to be on certain TV shows. A lot of stuff I got from some last minute shit. And every time I showed up, like the surreal moment when I did Martin Lawrence First Amendment and Cheryl Underwood was hosting, I got picked on that show last minute. And I remember being pissed about not being on that show. And only came down there and I remember talking to God about it and being like, oh man, God. And like God calmed me down, which is like, Rel, you literally booking everything. It's okay, you don't have everything. It's okay. And I was like, you know something? And literally, I'm telling you this, I'm not even lying about this. Like I was like, yo, and your friend is here. Go support your friend. And so I went downtown to support Tiffany, hung out with her whole day. And we were just chilling and I get a call. They're like, yo, can you do the show? I'm like, well, I'm already down here. I'm hanging out with Tiffany. I just took her to lunch. So I had to go get a shirt at I guess Marshall Fields was still open. From there, it's a random shirt I have on in this. To this day, you had to know this. Like it irritates me because it's not one of my outfits I would have picked, but it's the only shirt I could find. Called my family at the last minute. Y'all came down there.
Of course they did.
And I went fucking crazy. They cut this out the episode where Cheryl Underwood brings me back on stage after getting a standing ovation and says to Chicago, this is your next Bernie Mac.
Wow.
This is your next superstar. That's why if you ever see, when I do the CBS show, the talk, Cheryl's always showing love. She did that. She been showing me love since that day. She didn't know who the fuck I was. I could tell she didn't. I think backstage she might have been like, good luck, nigga.
Oh, so wait, that's that short sleeve button-up shirt.
Yeah, the purple one.
Oh, yeah.
When I have my little high top fade and shit.
That shirt everywhere. That clip. Yeah.
Hated that damn shirt. It was such a last minute, expensive, stupid ass shirt.
Damn, you did that last minute.
Last minute, and got the shirt and went and did the show.
And people still reciting those jokes right now.
I was on fucking, because you know it's one of those moments where like I really wanted to prove why you should have had me on this fucking show in the first place. And to be honest, I think Michael Blackson missed his flight. And I got on the show, and I went fucking crazy.
Dang.
And you know, it was once again, it's just one of those like surreal. That type. I'll never forget the energy in that room. And I did that when I did Who Got Jokes, when I won, when I did like it's just all these different components of it. And then somebody brought this to my attention the other day. Felipe Esparza, we did. I just hosted something in Montreal, and he was like, "Yo, you remember how mad you was at the last Comic Standing?" I think yeah, and I was like, I forgot what I said. I was bummed about it.
Right.
Like, they gonna try to ruin my career. I said some crazy shit. And you remember you said that? Dude, you bigger than me. And because we all met at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Which is why I'm proud of a lot of my friends. I got some great classmates. My classmates did NBC Diversity stand-up. My classmates was me, Eric Andre, Michelle Buteau, who was it? Naeem Lynn, and Corey Fernandez. And man, just to see where everybody's at is just a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. Like I keep having these surreal, you know, moments and shit. You know, and like again, Wayne, you've been around some of this shit. You've been around for most of it. To be honest with you.
Man. I've seen it, bro. And it's crazy though. The key of having these surreal moments is the work you put in and being able to seize the moments as they come by staying ready, by being prepared. And people don't understand how important that is because you can say it, but it's you got to do it. You got to be ready, man, at all times. And there's no, you ain't have a shirt. Somebody was like, man, I ain't got clothes because they probably not ready.
Dude, if you watch the Who Got Jokes episode I won, the first one, my fingers wrapped up because so everybody knows the story. A squirrel got electrocuted in the light pole, knocked all the power out. So we was delayed for hours before we taped the episode. I had to fall down the stairs because it was dark. Cut my finger open.
Damn.
Knowledge had to find some bandages. We did wrap that shit. I'm over there with a bandage on, and I'm fucked up, and nobody knows. I'm like, I fucked my fucking finger up with this dumb bag-ass outfit I had on. It didn't make any sense. And that's why I met Tiffany for the first time. That's when she came back to like, we gonna be motherfucking friends. I'm like, who the fuck is this crazy-ass girl yelling at me? You, hey, Lil Rel, Tiffany Haddish. Who are you? Tiffany Haddish. Who the fuck is that?
Me.
Me, nigga. But that's what I love about Tiffany too. We've had her on this show. I think that's one of the great things about our friendship is that, like, we've been friends since the beginning, and like her surreal moments feel like my surreal moments. You know what I'm saying? Like the first time I saw her in a trailer at the movie theaters, I think I saw her in a trailer and like a couple other people I'm friends with. I was like, oh shit, I gotta get a movie. I mean, that's literally what I said at the movie theater. I gotta get them. I gotta be on these damn trailers.
Yeah, they push you. You know, those are your friends. You're not in competition. You're not hating. It's like, man, all right.
I mean,
let's
Wayne,
do it.
That's who he is. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, you know, I think about you. I think about your cousin Dave Hellum, and a lot of us. Like, you know, I have, you know, Michi recently came to the crib.
Yeah.
You know, I saw Wildcat recently. And that's another thing too. I think sometimes too you can have. I've had moments as much as everything's been surreal. I've also had moments of guilt. I've had moments where I felt like I should have done more for people that I rode with or things like that, and that's kind of tough. And I've been told, like, you know, from therapy and all that, like, you can't do that. You can't put that on you because everybody makes decisions. And you know, I know for me, especially with a lot of the great Chicago comedians I've ever been around, like Chicago brewed the best to me. And I was able to accomplish some things more than others because I had a different vision. I only could see like tunnel vision of just greatness for myself. And sometimes when you do that, you stand alone. You might not get all the support. I don't think I get as much of the support I could get, from comics out loud. A lot of time. I mean, only time I recently posted this clip like a couple months ago. Brandy Denise, who we had on the show, and Kev on stage, and Tony Baker, and those guys, like, just showing me love.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times people see me doing these things, and it felt like nobody want to act like that's happening. You know, and I sometimes I used to get frustrated there, and I try not to anymore, because I'm like, wait a minute, all this stuff from before I became who I am. You told me this is what you had to do to be considered one of the best. Had the stand-up specials, the movies, the television, all this stuff. But then everybody gonna act like I ain't do that. We're gonna still just keep praising mediocrity. It's like, oh, it is somebody actually doing some great stuff with that. Which is why you gotta do things with good intention. That's why, like, you know, I hope that I think it's gonna be a resurgence of stand-up comedy as far as like, I think it's time to start seeing the best come to the forefront. And, you know, I look at people like, I was thinking about Ryan Davis. You know, he has a brilliant voice. Like, he's not even just a funny comic. He's somebody I would love. Like, those are the people you should have guest hosting on The Daily Show.
Yeah.
Or give those shows too. Those type of like, those talking head shows where like you can talk on different topics and stuff, like, because he has such a keen, hilarious, very, like, it's no different from like, it's so weird to me because we trying to force people to be that. And I'm like, well, this is the person y'all want.
Yeah. Yeah, what does it take for him to get those spots?
It ain't on him. It's on this business.
Or does he just create his own?
So either or. I think, but I'm just saying, I think he should be. He is that guy.
Yeah. I watched him talk about a famous basketball player recently, and I thought it was interesting.
He's brilliant, man. I've seen him talk about. I mean, you know, shout out to Jamie Foxx, who's.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
And this is the crazy thing. I haven't said anything publicly about this, and this is why I love Jamie Foxx. Jamie messaged me, and I didn't tell anybody, just to let me know he was okay and everything. Like, to hear his voice, to hear him say it. Just thanking me for, because I was praying for him. I would hit him. I don't care if he responded or not, just to let him know, man, I'm praying for him. And I really would, because I was actually kind of fucked up about that. That I didn't. Too many people I like hear news like that, and I just bawl.
Yeah,
because I was just worried because I didn't know what was true, what wasn't true, and for him to hit me up and just hear his voice and just you know, that dude's a fucking superstar.
Yeah,
but he's one of the nicest people I've ever fucking met. You know what I mean? Was he around? What you do? Went to catch for your birthday? Was Jamie there?
Yeah, he was saying happy
He's just a nice guy, man.
Yeah.
That with the speaker on there. That nigga, he a walking party.
He's a walking
He's
party.
a walking party. We party for a little bit, I think. And then catch. Yeah, she'll catch down.
Yeah, for him, like for him to be a big star, and how he like has opened his house, always having parties over there, and you get to meet him, get to talk to him.
But it's deeper than that. How he showed up for Trayvon Martin and Jamie do things he don't even brag about.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's a little off what we're talking about, but at the same time, I wish people would stop. Like, I don't want people to enjoy making up shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get what that whole thing about just making up hurtful shit.
Yeah.
This whole thing about when they talk about him being cloned and all that shit. I know people will laugh at it and play around with it, but that's hurtful. Especially to a guy who's been through hell. And for you to think he's expected to look exactly like he did before he got really fucking sick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's one thing he said. He said, "Real, I went through hell and back."
Man.
And yeah, that really, we talked about Chadwick before, and I just think people be hitting me up talking about I'm clone. I literally had a tweet recently say about me was, so this nigga just happy and just lost weight and just skin clear and he ain't clone? Yes, nigga. Yes. Yes. This is what like happiness looks like as far as like any of that stuff goes. And it be people like that be like looking crazy as hell saying some of this shit.
Yeah, people just
if
want
somebody just said something about your daily shit, you'll kill yourself.
They just want to be the first to say something. They want to be funny.
It's
they
sick,
want to
man.
be. Yeah.
It's sick, dude.
That's the world, man. And I don't know how that changes. And it's just got to either weed it out.
Well, you can't pay attention to it. I think Jamie's family did an amazing job of keeping that shit under wraps. Ain't nobody know shit. I got friends that still mad. They mad at Jamie. Like, I thought I was closer. He could. Shut your selfish ass up.
Right.
The fuck he owe to tell you anything?
People weird, man.
Come on, fam. Please. My prayer was the whole time was just, brother, I don't care how long it takes. I'm praying for you.
Right.
I want to see you again.
Mm-hmm.
And so just to hear his voice, I heard that voice memo, I was like, my heart was beating fast. I was so happy. I listened to it like 4 times straight.
Oh, that's dope.
And so that's love, man. Like that dude, we got once again, those would be surreal moments too. Like the first time Jamie told me that I'm a beast.
Was that when we went to LA or before that?
That was, oh yeah, you came out there when I taped the thing, right?
Yeah, 2011.
Yeah.
The same time we went to Conan.
Yeah.
And Martin was a guest on Conan when Dion was writing. Yeah, that was a dope trip. I don't know where we stayed. I don't know where we was at, but we was out here. You got real sick.
Oh, I was sick as fuck.
You was sick.
It was like, but I used to come to LA. I would catch a cold every time I was here.
You was sick as hell, but you wouldn't did that motherfucking show.
Yeah, I killed that shit.
Who was on that show? Lunel, my man from Detroit. What's his name? Funny comedian, Detroit. I don't know.
Was it Howie Bell?
No, black dude.
Howie?
No facial hair. Older. Look young. Detroit. What's his name? Oh, God, we're going to cut this out.
You want CP?
No.
Who the fuck you talking about?
Detroit comedian, please.
Howie Bell is from Detroit.
Now, if he ain't from Detroit, I'm be mad
You
as
know
hell.
who Howie Bell is?
That ain't him, though.
You sure?
Positive. Hold on. Man.
You making up some
Tony Roberts.
Tony Roberts, yeah.
Damn.
Detroit got some.
Damn.
Yeah, Tony Roberts. You got Howie Bell. You got Mike Bonner. Yeah. Detroit got some people, man. CP, Jay Alexander. Kool-Aid, rest in peace.
Kool-Aid.
Boy, they got some fucking hitters in Detroit. Jesus. Yeah. That's crazy. Downtown Tony Brown, may he rest in peace. That nigga was one of the funniest people on the planet. I remember he was on Bad Boys Comedy talking about losing his teeth. because his teeth was really gone.
Oh, damn.
Cause he used to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But man, having him talk about it is the funniest shit I've ever heard. It don't even feel like it was a set, like he was just talking about that shit. But yeah, that's that. It was that show. Yep. So shout out to Jamie Foxx, man. Can't wait to work with you, brother, big bro. It's gonna happen. Fuck that. Soon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's interesting. That's what I'm saying. Like, Nas' new album got a song called What It All Really Means, and I can't stop listening to it. And the first line of it is basically asking you, so do you remember the first time you was on a flyer and how that felt? So I didn't put that on like 50 posts. I've been posting that shit with that line because it is it's such a, that's why I'm such a Nas fan.
Yeah.
You know why I'm such a Nas fan? I feel like every section of my life, he's had something to say about it. So the shit he's talking about when he's reminiscing about it shit, I feel the same fucking way.
I
Actually.
feel like you can relate to the music way
Like a
more. It
motherfucker.
connects.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what makes people your favorite or the artist for you. And if people don't understand it like that, it might not be the most popular one. It's the one that you connect with the most.
And he's good.
He's
Nas
great.
is good, man. Like Nas, I was about to say some crazy shit, but I ain't gonna say that out loud because it'd be the most insane thing I've ever said. And I'm not saying it because I don't want that. I'm not speaking that up into existence. I'm about to say something absurd. That, like, real, you better not say that shit out loud. So no, I'm not gonna say it.
Let's not.
No, it ain't even nothing bad neither. It's just something that if it happened, I wouldn't be mad, but I'll be pissed, but not mad.
Okay, all right.
But I understand.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say nothing about that.
But
Nas might be one of the coolest people I've ever met too.
Nas is super dope, real chill. He chop it up.
He's a part of that cool, like that coolness. And there's a lot of coolness happening. I mean, like, seeing Blue Ivy on stage with Beyonce, that looks surreal. I remember that little girl was just a little girl.
Yeah.
Like a little girl, like literally a little bitty something. Now she up there doing a whole choreography and killing it.
That's funny. Somebody just sent me your stand-up relevant, and then looking at Judah and Brittany sitting on the couch, and I was just like, wow. It did not seem like it was that long ago.
Man.
Like they legs hanging off the couch, like not even like still up here. I'm like, what? Like, what is this?
And full-blown teenagers.
What? That's crazy. And I gotta say, man, watching you or being around you all these years, it definitely pushed me. I gotta tell the truth. That's where it come from. I watched you. I watched the moves you made. I watched the hurdles you got over, and that just made me go even more. I said, well, what we gonna do is we're gonna run parallel, because I know I can't just, ain't no riding coattails, man. We gonna work. And I figured that out. I said, we'll meet. And we meet, and here we are now. And that's literally how it went. And I just kept going in my own lane.
Well, Wayne, that's like, I think that's what most of my friends. I mean, I look at you, once again, we mentioned Dave before, Dave Hellum. Shit, like even like T. Murph.
No, T. Murph.
There's quite a few people I can name. And that's why, like, I think I started, what changed my guilt factor of where I wish some of my other friends would have been like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. It just frustrating, like, man, why you ain't see what the fuck? But sometimes I think it's hard to get motivated by people you start or come up with.
That's sick. That is sick.
But it makes it tough. I don't know, especially with me, I was the youngest in a lot of these groups at the time. So like, but I just had I could not see myself being really successful.
Yeah. Some people just get comfortable, man. We talked about this. They get comfortable being in those spots. Like, I'm the man of 76th. I hate that I said that. Of 83rd or these streets, this city, this region, and think that that's it. I'm the best basketball host in Chicago. I said, I never wanted just that. I knew I was. I said, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this here, and there. And man, oh man, we did it.
Well, that's so crazy. That's why you got to surround yourself. Like me and Danella been hanging out with a lot of other couples lately. Like JB Smooth and his wife Shy. Like, what I love about them is, like, they invite us to their house for their wedding anniversary, and it was like us and like Gabrielle, her guy. It was like six couples there, and they literally created a dinner to have a relationship talk with all of us that aim to have something like that. And it was very honest, and it was very real, and it was just dope, and it was intimate, and it was fun. It was most vegan food I've ever ate, and it was actually really good.
Oh, JB's 100% vegan?
100% vegan.
Oh, wow.
They actually got a garden at that. Like they got one of those homes that you be like, damn, I gotta get my shit together. And I got a decent crib.
He ain't too far from you, right?
Yeah, he like literally. I wanted to go to his house the other day for no reason. But I didn't want to just pull up.
Go to the garden.
When I tell you, me and that nigga laugh for hours. To this day, Danella, the first time I ever experienced that, she's like, I'd be like, girl, that's them too. Like, we would milk something for like, just to us, just acting it out for no fucking reason for like 2.5 hours. And, we did another thing with another couple's thing. He has an RV, all of us jumped to the RV, went down. That was for the birthday week, because he'll do some last minute. I fuck with the spontaneous. And we went down to Malibu to, the Soho house over there. He got this big ass. When I tell you JB Smooth is probably the best driver,
what?
When he bags in an RV, I'm like, you ain't gonna get that RV in. Like, man, he's bagging that bitch in like this. It is a huge tour bus ass RV. He's so fucking funny. He's so funny. Like, come on, man, I can back it in. And then he had parked it across the street. It was so interesting. And then like, I paid for dinner and things like that. It was so funny because they did not want me to do that. That's because they like the big brother. Like, but it's y'all anniversary.
Right.
Why the hell would y'all take care of all of us for dinner?
So you took care of everybody?
Yeah, it was the bill wasn't shit.
Big dog.
No, they must be good people because that was way lower than I thought it was gonna be.
It was 6 couples.
Yes,
You paid for 12 people. That's man. That's round of applause for real.
It ain't, brother. Because I took everybody's card, like everybody else's card, and I was like, "This is it. No, we ain't got to split this shit up."
Okay.
Blah blah blah. And I took care of it. But I love how the gratitude they had. Because they gave us dinner. They did the dinner at their house. They hosted the dinner. And all that was free. Everything was, whatever. Right. And so we all went to Malibu for the RV trip. I got a chance to know Flex and Shanice. And me and Danella was talking to them as a couple. Like, I think we all plan on going to see Usher together. But that's a good thing, too. That's, to me, and that's, once again, it's another surreal moment of, even that is surreal to me. Like, these are like couples that you've seen be married for years, and I've seen them on stuff, and you're like, oh wow, you're just talking to them, and like even being flexed about the Michael Jackson shit was the funniest conversation of all time. I think he need to do that shit on stage because it's so funny. Should have him over here actually. So it's. I'm just really grateful for just like new friendships and. But once again, it's being in a place where you can receive that. Like, I know it's not necessarily about me being around the same people.
Right.
At some point, I'm gonna marry Danella. It's what it is. I saw my friend Tone Bell the other day, and niggas are settling down, man.
Okay.
D Nice just proposed. And this is so funny about all these niggas in their little relationships. I literally had one. We all was out one day smoking cigars. And I'm like, look, y'all, what the fuck, yo? We too old to be. You know what I mean? What are we doing? Do you have the energy for that shit, nigga? or what it takes, the consequences of just moving around like that? Because there's consequences to it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And, just seeing all this love. Like, D-Nice, we smoked cigars before he proposed. He's like, man, I can't stop thinking about it. I'm like, God damn, nigga, you in? He's like, no, real, I miss her. I'm like, what? And like watching all this transpire, and it's like, wow, this is so fucking beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's this love. Like those moments are surreal too. Once again, even knowing D Nice, like I'll be chilling with D Nice, and people like, yo, that's D Nice. Yes, that's Derek. That's my name.
Right, Derek.
Who I met when he was doing, he used to DJ Royale show in New York. That I did years ago.
I watched D Nice rapping the other day. I was like,
yes, nigga.
Like, what the?
And he was young as fuck writing those lyrics and doing all that shit.
Yeah. I watched the video.
He's a part of the Hip Hop 50 for real.
Yeah, for real.
And so, it's even though, like, becoming friends with that guy. And, it goes back to the episode we just did recently, my learning business, because I'm now talking to people who are telling me other real shit that I never knew. Yeah. So it is creating an environment, and and taking in those surreal moments and making those surreal moments real moments. Moments where you understand you do belong. Because sometimes you can have imposter syndrome where you don't feel like, oh, I don't deserve this, I don't belong here, and all this other shit. I don't feel like that no more. Even when after I was at the ESPYs, did you see me?
Mike Tyson.
So, quick with the Mike Tyson story real quick. So they send me something, right? And I'm like, dude, I'm doing this with Mike Tyson. We got to do something totally different. I didn't even tell him what I was going to do. I just told my publicist, I'm going to change all this shit when I get there. So we get there, we reading through the thing, and I'm acting like I'm irritated. I'm like, Mike, is you okay if I just rewrite this stuff or we do something different? Just put it in the prompter. I was like, all right. And so the producers, they're like, we got to ask the producers. I'm like, you can ask them all you want to. I'm going to do this shit anyway. Like, because it ain't, we on writer strike. So it was like some type of producer, writer, whatever the fuck this motherfucker was. Like, brother, ain't shit you could tell me. Because ain't nobody supposed to be writing shit. So I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to anyway. I'm just make sure I tell Mike his cues. So me and Mike back there, and I'm like, Mike, you going to square up, and I want you to just punch the air. And even when I said it to him backstage, he started punching. He did like them hard punches you be seeing online. I'm like, God, it was close. I'm like, all right, brother, all right, yeah, do that on stage.
Do that on
but
stage.
He was supposed to do it towards the crowd.
Yeah.
So here we go. I didn't know Mike Tyson was going to go off script. Okay, so we get to the stage. Shibidi-dobos, I'm doing stuff that if we rehearse, I wrote for him. And then he do some shit where like, we did not rehearse this. His jacket was still buttoned up backstage. He unbuttoned his jacket. I remember seeing him do it. And I put I don't know, because backstage so this is funny that I brought my own boxing pads. Because I planned this shit. I had my publisher, she was holding it the whole time. So we walking around, we was at the cocktail thing with the boxing pads. And so I put him on. It felt like, I literally looked at his eyes and it felt like he just went into boxer mode. So then he threw the
cars down.
The fucking envelope down. I'm like, man, we didn't practice that shit, nigga. Right? And he squared up. And I did like this. I was like, oh, shit. He's really for the hit.
Just let him hit him, man. What?
Why?
Yeah, just let him do
Wayne,
it.
are you fucking, I would be in here with fucking two fucking things.
He wasn't going to do it too hard.
Nigga.
He probably couldn't help himself.
Hey,
sorry.
When he air punched backstage, it was like, and it was quick, like, I can hear the wind, fam.
Yeah.
And I remember the producer's like, oh, okay, that's what you want to do. And so like, right out there, and I threw them shits down. It's a picture I have that I'm getting framed with me squaring, because at some point, I had it like this, but when he like, and when you see this motherfucker's fist, everybody in that place was like, what the fuck is finna happen, right? Because when he threw down the card, because he wasn't close to the mic, so you couldn't really hear him. Because the kids watched it, they're like, Daddy, we didn't know what he was saying, but they said, we know he threw the card down. He put his fist up. I was like, oh, shit. And we did that. And then, Mike, at that point, I had to do everything, like clean up everything, say the winner. Yeah, I thought LSU was going to win. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Mike. Read what's on the card.
You go.
I didn't say shut the fuck up, Mike.
I'm about to say, he told Mike Tyson, shut the fuck up.
No, I didn't tell him shut the fuck up.
There you go, Rel. You and Mike.
Look at that. Yeah, but you got the squared up. Oh, there. Oh, look at that shit. Ooh, we squared up. You see, but that's me taking the boxing shit. You saw my stance?
You was ready.
Hey, this nigga gonna hit me. I gotta be ready for this shit. I'm getting that frame because that is insane.
Nah, that's tough.
That's tough, ain't it?
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah.
Just squared up with Mike Tyson. Jesus Christ.
But man, I would like to see the swing. I just want to know I just want to see one. Just do a little ooh.
And so every boxer that was there, Clarissa Seals, what's my man that's the UFC guy, the big guy, something Brown, the big guy.
I don't know.
I forgot. He was there. They always like, Rel, man, thank you for like, taking care of OG up there, man, because he can what? Oh, he'll snap. Why the fuck? Nobody told me this shit. And that's what I get to.
Because you went off script.
I brought those pads.
Yeah, you.
Because I said back there, man.
You activated it, man.
Yeah, I think because I put them shits on.
Yeah, that was it. I ain't mean to hit you so hard.
Because we didn't do that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't have that back there for the rehearsal. I was like, I'm gonna throw. I don't even know if I even told him that. So I think when he saw that shit, he was like,
nah, he squared up. Look at his face.
I don't know what to do with it. I was gonna get knocked the fuck out. That would have been the most craziest shit we've ever seen in the history of
The ESPYs are
They probably like, we can't do the ESPYs no more.
can't do it anymore.
Not without no script. Cause
That's what happened when you go off script,
this nigga
man.
Rel almost got knocked the fuck out. Everybody whispered to me like, man, we thought he was gonna really hit you. But yeah, that was my moment. But it was surreal. That was Mike Tyson.
What would have made it real if he had hit you? That would have been a
No,
real moment.
Wayne,
Surreal
was,
to real.
No, it was real enough, fam.
Yeah. Oh, look at you. There you go. Mike, I didn't say do that.
Oh, you gotta see what's his name? Savvy, what's his name?
Yeah.
His version of that, him doing the car is the funniest shit. The reenactment's so funny. Come on, fam. You doing my voice and shit.
You got your laugh down too.
He did all that
there
shit.
you
I
go.
was like, motherfucker. So funny. But yeah, you know, I get it, man. I do some surreal moments, man. I mean, even the year before that, when I got a chance to do the stuff with Steph and Draymond, and I went off cuff and did a joke about Tristan Thompson.
And
It went viral.
And now he lives with Chloe.
Yeah.
It's nice. Look at that.
I just be roasting niggas. I don't give a fuck. But that's what I'm saying. I be doing random shit that like everybody can't fucking do. I mean, like the Oscars. Come on, man. Like getting fucking Glenn Close to do the butt. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Let's go down to Oscar history. That didn't even make sense.
You've created those moments, man. Not being afraid. All the things we talked about is what made you different. And that's what it is. That's what makes you different. You think outside of whatever that, not on the surface.
I don't think on the surface, man. It's so interesting too. Like it's just seeing like all the things I've been able to accomplish and relationships I've been able to have. It's not thinking on the surface. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And I think I don't know. That's what I'm most proud of, and I continue to. I can't wait to have even more surreal moments. Cause I've like been a part of some crazy fun shit, man. I mean, April been to like, you know, when I took her to the gold party, and that shit was fucking lit. Was that the year I was stepping with Angela Bassett?
One of the years, yeah.
One of the years that he stepped with Angela Bassett?
Yeah, but that was the very first one that Jay hit the room.
Yep. Yeah. Man, me and Angela Bassett, like April was so nervous walking around there. She would not stop walking around with me. I'm like, nigga, would you have a good time? You ain't at work, nigga.
That was a surreal moment for me.
Cause what Beyonce told you was pretty?
Well, not even just that. It was like, cause I hadn't been here that long. I had been here less than a year. And to be in that room with all those people, it was like Kobe was there, Chadwick, Dave, Angela Bassett, Drake, so many people. Just like, you name them, they were there. Like Jay talking to me, I have no idea what he said because the whole time he was talking to me, my brain was like, "Wow, Jay-Z is talking to you right now. That is crazy." Started this conversation. I have no idea what that man was talking about. Like I know what he was talking about, but I can't.
He probably like, "Yo, this how you get $1 billion." And you like,
He gave you the whole blueprint. Yo, just
honestly, that's why I hate that whole like online debate about the dinner with Jay-Z or the $500,000 because I'm like, you gonna be sitting in front of Jay-Z and not. Like, you'll be zoned out.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Like she was like April was. It was so funny watching it because I was like, and that first one was like crazier because Jordan Peele won. Dave and the motherfuckers was beefing. I was lit as fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you. Black Panther just came out.
That was crazy.
I asked Dave and Jordan to talk. Remember they was on stage and then like they kind of forgave each other, gave each other a hug. I orchestrated that. I was so fucking lit. I know Drake wanted me to get off the mic. I was lit as fuck. I was talking shit. But by that time, everybody was. It was such a let your hair down, private, no photos. You just had to be there. Like even speaking to Kobe that night was surreal. And him knowing who I was, like that. Like I'll never forget that shit. That shit was crazy. That's when I took those chips home. I'm like, wait a minute, I could have cashed this shit out at the little bank. And it was $10,000.
Wow.
I was like, damn.
That's insane, actually.
I was even more tight when I found out the next day and he told me. I was like, what?
You should have gave
They gave everybody what? Like, hey,
they
go.
gave everybody one when we walked in, and then like somebody had asked me, they were like, "Oh, did you get your chip?" I was like, "Oh yeah." Like they were about to give me a second one.
Ooh, you could have walked over to that bank.
And cashed it.
Yeah, I need to go to that party.
They don't do that no more.
The next party.
That
Somebody
first
got
one, they did that shit. At first, when it was like, wait, what? I mean, you could tell, because first of all, it's a room full of rich-ass people, so maybe they wanted to gamble it away.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to keep this as a souvenir. And I realized, like,
Wait, that's
I
real
forgot
money?
who I talked to. They're like, yeah, you could cash that out. I was like, what? I could have had just $10,000 for no reason today. Damn. But it was so much fun. You know, Beyonce's a sweetheart. Jay's so cool. It was so much fun, man. Once again, I've had so many of those surreal, you know, moments. I think, you know, and a lot of times I love the moments I had with Brittany and Judah. I think past is, I can't really talk about it, but me and Judah did another movie together.
Mm-hmm.
And it was surreal. Well, one day I had to be the set parent, for real. And just walk around with him and, you know, let him do his thing. And I'm just proud of him, man. It's for a movie we both enjoyed to do the sequel of. And it was really cool. And it was those moments be surreal. I mean, surreal, I tell you, the level of surreal is when was you there at Comic-Con, April? You was at Comic-Con when I went, right? You sure? Uncle Drew?
I didn't go.
So I didn't know Judah was gonna be in the trailer for the next trailer they was gonna put out. They didn't tell me. And so they put it on the big thing, and I just started bawling. Because in that moment, I remember when, because he was born early. And so it was like, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
That little boy, they told us wasn't going to be breathing and made this and that. He's in a movie? And I had to go upstairs. I was like, it was all in front of the producers and stuff. Because I didn't know that was going, I didn't know anything was happening. So it was just a natural reaction. I wish they would have told me ahead of time. So I could have watched it in my room. So you might have been there, April. I don't know.
No, it wasn't Comic-Con. It was something else.
CinemaCon.
CinemaCon.
That's what it was. CinemaCon.
Were you there?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was CinemaCon.
She was
I
there.
do remember him crying.
Yeah, I was. It was such a beautiful. I was just in because all those emotions. I mean, that even happened when I had him on. You know, we all VM did the talk together, and just to see him sitting there and just answering those questions.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh shit, wow, Judah, look at you, man. I mean, even now, like Judah's such a cool guy now. Like we got his ears pierced and shit.
He had his ears pierced.
I mean, look, this nigga done grew into some smooth chocolate cool little nigga now. It came out of nowhere, really. It was like, damn, he was still going through his little, like phases, and then he's grown. So we was working out every day this summer, and so he got his voice is deep now, his hair a certain way. He's like, yeah, Dad, I'm like, oh, this nigga, he say he wants some earrings.
We gotta get him back on podcast. Maybe.
Judah he a fly boy now. He say he want to play football, which we was talking about yesterday. I'm like, shit, I don't know about that, but that's what he want to do is 8th grade football, so it can't be that bad. But yeah, he in his own. It's very interesting watching that too, because he's like coming into his own. They like one of we had all the girls over, and one of their friends, Daniel Russie's friend, like his age, cute little black girl too. I'm like, nigga, if you pull that.
Dude, yeah.
See you, Playboy. But I like that he's like, oh shit, Dad, I gotta. So what's this nigga doing all this cool shit? I'm like, oh, that's why. Cause you forget, especially when they had their friends over, so. I'm like, oh yeah, this is age group, so he gotta look cool, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo, you want to play some Jedi shit? He's like, not now, Dad. I'm like, why not, nigga? We've been sword fighting all day. What the fuck happened now?
We've been sword fighting all day. I'm done with that Dad chill real quick.
Come on, man.
See you in a
You
minute.
gonna play your Legos? No, what Legos? The shit you were just building stuff like 2 minutes ago. Yeah, all right, you crazy, man. You talking about Harlem? You got me mixed up.
You got me mixed up. That's it, man. Moments, man.
Man, Moments. Another good Nas song called Moments.
Okay.
One of the King Disease albums. He just makes great music, man, just for the times.
Just for the moments. And
All right.
looking forward to more moments, man. Let's keep creating them.
We're going to keep getting more moments, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning into another episode of Keeping It Real with
Young Wayne.
Shibbity Dubbo.
We out here.
We out.
Real, keeping it real.
That was a Headgum podcast.